Wow. This is so much Witcher 3 vibes, which is taking from the same culture, same musical culture. Hello and welcome. I am Lionmight. I'm a professional composer and music producer obsessed with video game music and nerd culture, and also a massive fan of Genshin Impact, playing since 1.0, even though I took many breaks in between. But for this video, I want to check out the Song of the Welkin Moon soundtrack. These two songs that I'm gonna check out are part of two separate web events released months in between, and one of them is active right now, but the other is no longer accessible to the public. So the only way to listen to that music is through other creators, and thankfully I found the one. But yeah, before we jump in, I just want to say that I'm super excited to jump into the Nod Krai update. Let me know if you're also a Genshin Impact player, and if you're excited for Nod Krai, which of the characters are you pulling? I'm personally excited for Inefa, Alice, Columbina of course, and possibly Nefer. Anyway, on to the music. Shout out to YouTuber Streetwise Rhapsody for always being ahead of the curve when it comes to some of the music content of Genshin Impact, in particular with Song of the Welkin Moon, which was a web event 4 months ago. The event is no longer available to the public, thus the song written for that web event is no longer accessible to the public. However, because Streetwise Rhapsody made a video showcasing that music, he has ultimately helped in preserving that for public access. So yeah, this is gonna be Nod Krai lore, Song of the Welkin Moon, Story of the Moon Goddess, a web event that I participated in 4 months ago as of this recording. But of course, knowing that this video will eventually happen, I wanted to react to the song with fresh ears. I played that web event with muted audio. So yeah, this is how important people like Streetwise Rhapsody is for preservation of those one-time events. So yeah, this is Song of the Welkin Moon, OST, Story of the Moon Goddess. Very nice. 80s style synths. Here comes the Slavic music. Wow. That chord progression. Those are dulcimers. Hammered dulcimers. Oh, that folk fiddle. Probably a nyckelharpa. Now this is the song. This is the part that I know of. It's always used by all YouTubers and in events. But oh my goodness, that Celtic style singing. So ethereal. Whoa! That bass line! It's a leading bass line. We'll talk about it later. Yeah, that nasal bowed string. A folk fiddle, a folk style bowed string definitely sounds folk European Slavic music. And the devs said they're inspired by Slavic culture with Nod Krai, so it all fits. Yeah, hurdy-gurdy, nyckelharpa, probably a gudok, all the kinds of folk fiddles. Oh, I think this is a repeat now. Yeah, it is a repeat, so we can dissect from here on. Yeah, it's another amazing combination of synthetic and organic. We have here a synth arpeggio. Dun, 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 dun. That's definitely a synth or MIDI synth, the synthetic part. But then you have strings, organic. And hammer dulcimer. Oh my goodness, yeah. Hammer dulcimer is a kind of a naked piano that you play with hammers. Well, piano is played with hammers, but you don't actually touch the hammer. Those wooden chimes. Yeah. Yeah. That really sounds like a hurdy-gurdy or nyckelharpa. Yeah, beautiful singing as always. So ethereal, so Enya-like. All right, that style of ornament, that is very much a trope of traditional Celtic singing, traditional Celtic instrumental playing. It is very much folk European coded, and oh my goodness, it is usually improvisatory, and the singers or the performers can add ornaments as they see fit, and sometimes they go overboard, but it still sounds within the style, and it is beautiful. Oh my goodness, this is what I'm going crazy about. This one particular leading bass line. Listen to the contrabass, but because throughout the whole piece, the bass and the instruments were just staying in this one harmonic drone. The hurdy-gurdy. Drone. Static, sustained note. And then, listen to the bass. Listen. Oh my goodness, yeah. It is very subtle, but in a piece that is mostly sustained notes, once you introduce that movement, it stands out because it is signaling, oh, we're about to head to the end. So we're gonna hit a kind of a build-up climax, even if it's like a short 2-bar climax. Sustain, sustain, sustain. Whoa, that brass. Oh, cinematic. Yeah, hurdy-gurdy. Yeah, this is definitely some kind of synth bell, synth celeste, or synth glockenspiel, or wooden xylophone, synth xylophone. It's beautiful nonetheless. It doesn't matter. You know, when I'm trying to identify instruments, a lot of you are always trying to correct me. Oh, that's not actually this and that. It doesn't matter what the actual instrument is because the instrument used has many versions of it. A violin has a folk fiddle, whereas viola can sometimes sound like the violin if they're playing in the same range, in the same notes. The actual instrument or the name of the instrument itself is not that important. The most important thing is the final result, the vibe that it produces, because a banjo can sometimes sound like a lute, depends on how you mix it, or a banjo can sound like an oud or a saz. A lot of instruments have similar timbres in multiple cultures, and you can't avoid that. That's just how the reality of music is. But at the end of the day, the music that they all produced, did it make you feel sad? Did it make you feel happy? Did it make you laugh? Did it make you cry? That, at the end of the day, is the end game of music. To make you feel or not feel something. So yeah, I don't need to know what obscure instrument that is. I play a lot of obscure instruments from the Philippines myself, but at the end of the day, it's the result of the music that is the most important part. Yeah, Song of the Welkin Moon, amazing. Now I want to try something. This is the sequel web event to the Song of the Welkin Moon, which is also the name of the Nod Krai patch. And I'm gonna interact with the actual web event that is still active as of this recording. All right, so here it is. It is called Song of the Welkin Moon Nod Krai Concept Overview, and at least a handful of you have requested that I check this out for the music. Yep, good suggestion. Oh, there she is, Colombina. There. Whoa! Harmonics, bowed string harmonics. Yeah, just like what we heard in the Shadows or the Shades trailer. When Piero was making his speech, staring at Renova's eyes. More hammered dulcimers. What? Hammered dulcimer and tin whistle? No, it's not tin whistle. It's something. Oh yeah, it is tin whistle. But just beautifully played. Oh, wow. This is so much Witcher 3 vibes, which is taking from the same culture, same musical culture. I'm gonna enjoy Nod Krai so much. Yes, they're definitely loops. Whoa. Wow. What happens if I click here? Oh yeah, it's just an overview of the map. But it's the same music playing. Yeah, it's the Legion of Doom headquarters. Wow. Yeah, these are all beautiful, and I think I will check all this lore stuff in my own time. But what? This music is... Oh, I just noticed that. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna tone down the music a bit while it's playing in the background. I'm gonna talk about what I feel this hints about what we will encounter in Nod Krai. The music tells a lot. I mean, especially if it's a story that's already pre-written before release. Music is always an integral part in storytelling, and the choice of instruments, the choice of the sounds that you hear gives a lot of hints in what kind of the narrative we will be hearing in. And sometimes all these subtle instrumental choices are deliberate. For example, we're hearing a lot of harmonics, especially in the bowed strings. Slavic folk culture has a lot of traditional bowed strings. We have the gudok, which is like a traditional cello. We also have the nyckelharpa, which is like a cross between a violin and a hurdy-gurdy. And a hurdy-gurdy, of course, is the most iconic one, which is a kind of violin organ where you spin a wheel to make it sound. It all makes all these nasal sounds. But what we're hearing is a lot of these harmonics. You play the violin to produce harmonics on a violin or a bowed string. You put the bow close to the bridge where it's like hitting the edge of the string, and it'll make all these... We call that harmonics, or we call that also overtones. Harmonics are like hidden, tiny notes. So if you're singing do, it's not actually do. I'm not perfect pitch, thank goodness, because perfect pitch is a curse. But anyway, if you're singing one note, and if you listen closely with a sensitive microphone, you're gonna hear tiny notes that are higher than that fundamental tone. And these are called harmonics. These are called overtones. And what I'm getting at with the music featuring a lot of overtones is it's telling me we're gonna be encountering a lot of secrets seemingly hidden in plain sight, but you're already seeing them, represented by the fundamental voice, the fundamental tone, but you're hearing the overtones. These are like hidden secrets hiding in plain sight. You're already talking, or you're already facing the secret. It's already right in front of you. You're hearing it. But if you listen closely, the secrets will be revealed. So I feel like that has something to do with the kind of narrative we are going to be presented in Nod Krai. We're going to be presented with this huge chunk of main story that will be presented to us in a main story narrative, but there will be lots of lore hidden that has to be analyzed if you read between the lines. Oh, they're saying this, but they're also saying this hidden secret that you're not realizing the first time you learn about it. So I don't know. That's just kind of my own musical and narrative theorizing of what I think the execution of Nod Krai's story will be. But suffice to say, it doesn't matter how they do it. I'm gonna enjoy it anyway. I just love Genshin Impact. I hope you found some enjoyment in this video, and yeah, subscribe if you want to see more of this. And you're a total champ for watching until this part of the video. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!